I had 3 different times on my clock. That's great.
What cop could that have been?
I have no idea.
What happened? Yeah, you're right.
Now, to be somebody on the word that they use it for personal use, you know, I'm supposed to have it known for almost all the way down to Indianapolis. So.
Yeah.
When I took a left, I could go always in Columbia City, just right behind me. Yeah, great way to start the day.
Yeah.
When you have to go on, I think it's something wrong if you're going to speed limit.
All right, let's go ahead and get started, I guess, today. Just to give everybody an update, I don't know if Corey has texted or not texted, so this way you have the most information. Linda was in KCH, and while she was there, she had a stroke. They think possibly a second stroke she had while she was at KCH. They realized that things were getting worse and not better. She does have a brain disease that turns her brain into plaque. So it shuts down vital organs as the plaque expands. So every time that she goes to the hospital, it will get worse and worse and worse and worse. They decided to take her to Lutheran because she was a massive heart attack. They wanted to do surgery right away. They got her up here, got her up to Fort Wayne, evaluated her, and found out that she was not healthy enough to do the entire surgery, so they were only able to do part of it. The problem is she's on some major blood thinners for some of her other things, issues. If they were to go in and try to perform the heart bypass, they were afraid of nicking any other organs, and she would bleed out. So they were trying to wait to Tuesday to see if she can get a little better. They scheduled an emergency surgery for this morning at 6 o'clock, and because they said that if she didn't have it today, she would be gone. So that's where she is today. If she today, if everything does pull through correctly, she will be 9 days. So I don't know where Corey's time is, anything like that. So this week, at this point in time, I'm probably going to try to do some of the maintenance stuff that Corey's been doing. Unfortunately, I'm not going to bring somebody in part-time just to, by the time I get him trained, it'll be kind of freaking pointless to do that. We're going to try very hard to keep maintenance staff low this summer anyway. Last summer we had that little ridiculous. So we're going to try to evaluate and do things differently this summer. Anyway, with that said, Corey's wife is probably still in surgery at this very moment. Carrie's going to be out the next couple days. She's having teeth worked on, so obviously that's going to be another hurdle.
Next day,
okay. Next day, she thinks it's going to be fun. I hope it is. I do. Anyway, that's the people updates, I guess, that you guys need to know about. Who wants to start? Mel, do you want to start today?
Sure. I received an email of the questions in regards to the backup service, so I'm going to look at it. More than on that, he doesn't think that's working. At one point. Last week, my son was pretty well consumed with the global pop issue. But I think that, Aaron, Rick had a very successful week last week. And, he was able to get into the collections queue and hit that down. And talk about everything because the latter part of the week will just go down. But,
I'll recap you there.
Yeah.
You got the email?
I mean,
Okay, that's the first thing that you're gonna need to do when you get back. You need to get completely caught up by like 11 o'clock, and then when I get done, at that point in time, then you and I can meet and discuss our strategy for what we're gonna do on Global Pops. So.
well, I've kind of emailed you and kept you abreast as well, and I'm sure.
Jake, let's see this.
First shed, the AC units are still back there. It's Friday, we went out there and replaced the drive, which is another story. We tested AC unit 1 and it was blowing out cold air. Sensor came on, we waited for it, the sensor come on, it was fine, we left. Saturday it was back blowing out hot air, the sensor was kicked on, we had to switch it manually back for the AC unit 2. The exact same things are happening again. So that needs to be fixed. There was a slight power outage at South North Saturday morning. What's up there, equipment and cars wasn't affected so much, but their backhaul went off and on. So quickly, I got the call for rain, size 1.
Huh.
He was asking if we were doing maintenance.
Surprised their batteries didn't.
But they do better notification, and he was calling me asking me, sure we weren't doing maintenance and had power off or something like that. But our power never took off.
Okay. Well, that's good. What was the backup, or the hard drive?
We got the notification for Synology, and we went out there and looked at it, it was fine, just figured that out. Come to find out that NAS that's in the basement of the White Room has the exact same DNS name, it's just a different port as the NAS over there. So they are replicating on Bedrock.
Worst on that, 01.kc online, is actually a plot statement. That's even 45,000.
Interesting.
Yes,
So there was no actual hard drive problem here,
and as more so, there was on the Syracuse, the backup.
and that's when you found that out when you got there.
Yeah, so it is actually replicating. It was just literally the exact same DNS name, different port, which was DNS. Yeah.
Well, at least it's replicating. Okay.
That's what threw it all, because it's worse on that. There. Different port.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Yep.
Okay, you want to update us on it?
Well, my action item was to get a hold of Mr. Rhodes and find out how he could just walk out with and leaving the water running. Fortunately, he never returned my phone calls. Last I have for you is when Randy was in your office, and I asked him why his brother-in-law never got a hold of me. He said that he had talked to him. So I hope that you and Randy got to talk.
No idea. He said that he didn't really leave it on. He tried to turn it off, and then he turned it back on to get it to turn off, and apparently forgot about it. How do you forget about it? I don't know, but that's what his.
Other than that, Leisure Pool educated me more on saltwater pools, which was
The pool looks sparkling clean
good
right now.
information. It was good, solid stuff. And I found about alkalinity. If I don't have that, I can use baking soda.
Yeah, but we're not going to.
But I just found that intriguing. So
I think the only problem that we have with the pool is we need to find out why the unit does not shut down once it hits the threshold of the
It is still climbing right now, it's at 10.
Yeah, but that's what we need to find out. So if you can put a call into that support, where you're leaving at 9, right?
My appointment's at 9, I'm leaving a little before 8.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I'll find out when I get back in.
If you can find out that, because we need to find out why it doesn't shut off. It seems like maybe there's a relay problem, that like, it's just not shutting that, because all that is just that actual 110 outlet. And I think that the problem is that port doesn't shut off when it's supposed to shut off. It's supposed to turn on when it needs it and turn off when it doesn't. And that's the problem I think we've always been experiencing with that unit.
And I'm reading levels where the salt's at like 500 or 5,500, and then the next guy that comes through records it at 6,000, and I'm wondering how that can happen. So I don't know if it's artistic license here at the front desk. So, but everyone's idea of the pool is changing over the weekend, since I'm requesting more readings at different times, so I can see how many people in the pool affect the whole chlorine level. So they're firing up and getting me the levels I want at the times that I want them, which is good.
That's good. Phil, do you have anything?
Well, Stephanie's working out well. It's gonna be really, really tight, just so everybody knows, the next couple weeks, because we have property taxes for everything. So a lot of extra expenses for property taxes for all the buildings. So everything else seems to be going well. She's catching on pretty quickly. She's gonna be helping me again with some tickets. Really haven't thrown her into the fire all the way, just because I don't think she can take it. She's pretty much used to handing her something and putting it in right away. A little bit different, but then look at it and watch it and seeing what's coming down the road. She hasn't learned that part of it yet. So it's gonna take some time to get her acclimated to the revenue stream. I think she'll be fine. She's keeping all the accounts current, posting all the daily transactions. And so, once we get the purchasing, Evernote kind of under control, she's going to start opening up those. I think that'll work. That system will work out well. Although I don't like seeing, not having that physical bill in my hand. Side out the scene, it's easy to forget something when you don't see it come in, you go through your desk and see it. So, it's a lot easier to. When I see it, I know I can remember, oh, okay, that's coming up or whatever, but now so hopefully she'll be on top of it, watching that stuff. That's it.
You guys have anything?
Just a quick question. Talked with Dr. Allen's office because they were interested in. I presented them our virtual PBX system, but they opted not to do that. She came back with wanting to know if we could do anything like a PRI system for them. And
Do you know why? What's
the doctors? The doctors all just didn't want to do it through the internet or the cloud system.
Is it because they think that the internet's too unreliable?
Their internet's unreliable. I asked them who their provider was, and she had no clue because everything goes through the Goshen Hospital, since they're affiliated with the Goshen Hospital. As far as
I'll need to do a site visit, to schedule a site visit to find that out. Brandon, you should probably go with me. That way you can get some education on what it is that they're looking for and stuff like that.
because if we could do something, something that accommodates them, they like to have, a quote and stuff from us. And I told them I'd have to get with the appropriate people to see if we're able to accommodate what they are looking for.
Okay.
I also definitely see us the first time. In your wiki, there's two accounts, the wholesale and retail. Wholesale has no minutes in it, correct?
It has very few.
There's zero.
There's
I don't know what
which would make sense.
Right, but I just didn't know office there, and I have no office there. But I'm okay so far.
We'll know on the 10th. You want to, date for,
DVR, I'm just waiting on approval for ordering the parts. Waiting on parts to get here for the computer picture up here.
Okay. Well, that's what, yeah.
I haven't checked the Amazon order. But I think that it is, yeah, I think it should be in the first part of the week here.
That's a question about ASI. Brandy was telling me, and I don't know how accurate this is, the first left desk computer.
Mm-hmm.
If it's shut down, ASI is also shut down. You can't
Correct.
sub the other computers. Why is that
Correct.
on one computer, why not on a server?
That's how they set it up. That's the typical setup for most hotels. They
If
have,
that one computer goes down, all of ASI goes. Great.
where's the data backed up at?
it's backed up, huh?
ASI backed that up, or?
No, ASI does not back that up. It does make a backup every night, doesn't it, Carrie? Pretty sure when you switch to the new day, it actually makes a backup. And then those backups are stored on that file. I asked Bob or Zach, I don't remember who was leaving that computer every night. So I don't know where that is. So it's getting to a separate review.
Plans, I think should probably be made, have that put onto a different computer. If it's possible.
Well, every computer that you put it on, there's another license involved.
Or either that or leave it on that computer and separate it.
That would be a Carrie question, to contact ASI. Or you hop on ASI support,
Mm-hmm.
and you literally you chat with them. That's their support method.
It's just one failure.
It is a single point failure. I know at one point in time, we had a Cronus on there, backing up full.
Yeah. Don't know.
I don't know either. No idea.
So look, make sure it's actually being backed up and being uploaded someplace offsite.
Someplace offsite, yeah.
I always operated that it was on our server computer there, but it was backed up. But it could be Urban Legend. I came in.
Backed up, but I don't know
Well,
where.
I've seen when stuff's backed up on the original computer.
You've seen what?
Of course, it's been backed up on the computer it's running.
I know for sure that it actually backs up, when it makes its backup every night, it does it on that computer itself. That's all I know.
Just a concern.
It is a major concern, and I think we should probably figure through that.
I'm just not the network drive to another machine and then tell the backup that to get an application, so that way you don't have to.
Agreed.
Something that will move the file, keep the track.
Yeah, as long as it's locally somewhere here.
Or just a machine right next to it.
Yep. Some other machine, yeah. Make it simple, but yeah, still have it on another. Because if it goes down at that point in time, we're only down one day. So, because it doesn't back up incrementally, it just back. Anybody else have anything else to report? The only thing I put on the agenda was the CMA, issue that Carrie brought to our attention, that people are just flat out idiots. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. They're just flat out idiots. The person that they're now getting their daily emails, like how we programmed it, so if they haven't read it, we'll just keep. Well, the way that Gmail shows their emails basically puts everything in that subject line, and it just repeats that subject line. Did we change that subject line?
That would be a question for Jake. I haven't touched it.
Okay, because your comment said changed and it was resolved. So that's why I wanted.
Well, when I got her message, I went in and checked the CMA to see if they clicked registration link. I said, click the registration link or change them or something like that. Manually, because now it's going to continue to, well, I updated Carrie to contact customers, let them know that that's what happened. And then, she came back and the lady brought in her email saying she received all her emails. And that's when I, told her what to write in there to, you know, hey, they didn't click on the registration, but yet they received their 10 emails for their discounts. But yet in CMA, they had not clicked on the registration. So, basically on twice, successfully, once they're not successful. Probably a different account number. And on one of them, she never clicked the national register number, which she did, because she had two entries, one that was all the way through.
So then, the one that went all the way through,
We don't.
right, absolutely. So the one where they registered the first time successfully, why didn't that cancel it?
That's a great question. Either there was no, well, on the account, there's no ticket linked to their account saying cancel my account. So either the ticket didn't generate, yeah, I don't know. I can't.
Because if that's happening with other people, then we've got a concern. So I think that's what we're going to need to do is track down that user and figure what happened with that particular one.
At the end of the day, anyone who gets everyone's going to create that, like, so you can actually see it, make sure that there was everything. For instance, if, you know, say for some reason the DSL account doesn't have a phone number provision to it, and they cancel the account like he's supposed to, ticket it, there's not a certain provision to it, same with the phone lines.
I thought we cleared that all up and made sure that there were phone numbers provisions over there.
Well, I'm just saying, that's, just an instance, if there's not one assigned to it, then it won't generate a ticket.
But yeah, like, in each audit, or make sure everything's updated. And that's
Correct, but that's one of the instances that that's why it will not generate a ticket, because there's nothing to disconnect or turn on. I don't know how the IP is set up, it generates an automatic ticket.
The VIP.
That was another question I had. If a VIP cancels and I cancel, the hotel know that they no longer have a membership.
They don't. The whole VIP system is an honor system anyway.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. 'Cause
Totally.
somebody could just come in and just sign their name and, or just come in and swim for free pretty much.
And they do.
I was curious.
And they do.
On the upside of that, if they're having problems with their account, then we know that they're getting ready to cancel, because they come here first.
So I guess just to make sure that we know what action items we're taking to fix this, you're gonna, I really think that subject line, can we change the subject line, that email every time? No, that doesn't. Because the way that it reads, is it reads kind of like the fact that your registration was accepted. And so then that's how, and then that's what she printed off and said, see? Yeah. So I think we should literally say, registration not accepted, please click this link or something.
Almost done.
Yeah. Click, I think that it needs to say click link or something in there, so I think that'll, I don't think that everybody is idiots, but there seems to be a bunch of them.
So what do I get VIP?
What's that?
What do I get to tell her?
Or council cancel.
Yes, but she's gonna ask about April.
At the bottom of this says it may take longer than, it doesn't, what to say? Your town's not.
All right.
Oh, it's 90 days.
We also need to find out why that first one didn't.
And she's gonna tell me that she canceled it. And here's her proof.
You print it off to me is not proof, because you know it's not proof.
All right, I'll be angry. Okay, got it.
The other thing that,
1 month of policy.
Yes. Yes.
We don't do refunds, so does that help?
Pardon?
We don't do refunds, does that help?
Yeah. Take up to 90 days to cancel.
You know, I'm just gonna tell her to enjoy the hotel. Be like, where that's where I got it.
Okay, so action items, I'm gonna find out somebody for ACH's Go Verge. After that, I'll get caught and make sure. Rick's gonna set up an on-site survey for Alan, Dr. Allen. Wes, Jake, / going to work on that front desk, getting that, make sure it's on that computer, changing the 10-day registration, getting the 10-day email, and then I'll change that.
the other thing that you need to follow up with is Senator Brown.
He, talked with, what's his name? He wants me, since Stoller was appointment, he wants to contact him and set up a meeting with him.
Yeah, this is where the thing went to sit. Bill.
I know, but that's what he told me. He's like, just talk with Mark and.
Okay, so then what you need to tell me is when we want to go out there and talk to Bill direct, or not today, we just show up unannounced at that point in time. So, yeah, I'm not talking, you can tell Bill that I'm not talking tomorrow. If I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there with at least a semi-peer.
Right.
So,
Okay.
that only makes sense. So, what else was I gonna say? The only other thing that I think that's relevant that everybody knows, and it's not even really a huge thing, it's just, we currently give, I know Gary's gonna love this, we currently give towels to VIP people, and that's gonna be going away, where we actually give them towels at the front desk, and we then put them back in the laundry room, or they put their towel in the pool area, and then we wash them like 7 or 8 times a day. We're going to get rid of that. I know Gary's trying to say the 15th is.
Yes.
So, just to VIP or just to all guests?
No, we're going to put the pool towels in the room. In all of the rooms, so that way they actually have their towels available to them, right then and there.
Unless I can come up with something that satisfies to keep them, but I have 11 days to come up with a plan yet.
Yeah.
So
Our pool top theft is, top theft in general in this hotel. I'm putting a stop to it. I'm not gonna own this place for the next 25 years and be dealing with that problems. I mean, I literally see VIPs walk out the door with towels almost daily. So, yeah. Well, Carrie's always constantly complaining me that she doesn't want to have to buy guys. She doesn't want to.
When I go to the flex, and no, and then go with a little cheap hand for the clips with a number on it. You give them your keys. They give you a little clip and a towel, and you don't get your keys back. back into you, and everything. Very minimal cost.
At where was it at?
Flex in Plymouth.
Okay.
You go
It's like a
in
workout.
the hospital there, but they have a big, half of it's a gym, pool, YMCA kind of. But yeah, you go in, you give me your keys, they give me a little cook number on it, matches up with the ends, they give you, balls, however you want, borrow, and they don't get it back. You don't get your keys back, you bring everything back.
Which, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm trying to solve twofold problem, labor and, full tile dust.
So that was my,
That does solve that.
can't help you.
That's an awesome idea.
Wild story, 80, forgot to drop your pencil.
Yeah. But the problem is we're not always right here at the front desk, and they'll just keep right on. After they steal it one time, they'll just keep.
Well, yeah, I can see with CIP, you know, I mean, you need to read those.
Correct.
Okay, I don't.
Well, the Y in Warsaw, the branded facility, you have to bring your.
Yeah, you know, I've been in, with the kids swim this time of day, they'll swim this time of day,
Yep.
you know, we.
And you call the front desk and have them move more towels.
That's exactly right. That's how that usually works.
Most people send it out.
So we're assuming that they're gonna have pool towels at school.
No, you can't.
Some do, some don't.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah. So if you guys think that you have any ideas, you might want to share with Carrie.
I would appreciate it, I have a little day.
That's the, movement.
Are you supplying full-size towels?
Full-size towels.
What were you using? Because I know it's 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And, in the pool area, they have pool towels, they're about half the size. They can right down.
Yeah, that's what the boss, you know.
And, I mean, it's about one, 2 towels, 3 towels, about the size of one big fat towel. And they're really thin, not expensive.
Something you don't wanna take. We have that, and we've tried something like that. There's one,
Yeah, we got complaints about it, and that's why we stopped.
yeah, but we're gonna get more complaints in regards to what we're going to do, so.
But, the place where I was at, had a rack in there, towels, like 5, 6, 7 towels on it. And
Christie's only suggestion was that we actually offer a VIP. And this is your towel. We provide it for you. We don't wash it anymore. It's your towel. It's our gift to you.
Which is a nice idea too, and that shuts down my complaints in regards to.
Yep.
I kinda like that.
I mean, you just start charging the towels, and people stop using them.
What's charging us for
Yeah.
towels?
Pays a buck. And people start stopping, oh, well, I'm gonna bring my own towel. I mean, that'll eliminate it if they take it, I mean.
Well, they take it at that point in time, then, give them a towel.
All right, charge $5, and give them $4 back when they bring it back.
just giving them $5 back.
Yeah. Take it, it's okay, we cover, just say, I mean, that's, you make it $1, I mean.
Because at that point in time, you were implementing and giving them.
Yeah, I mean, if they take them, I mean, it covers your cost to wash them for $1, or, hey, if they don't wanna pay it, then you don't get a towel.
Well, basically, we're just reprogramming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do they pay it up front?
Yeah, you have to pay it up front.
Okay, then
I mean, just put a sign in, effective.
Or create a whole new package and say, hey, do you need towel service? Buy a towel for you for.
There you go.
And then additional
$55.50,
an extra
towels
$3 a
will
month.
be $5 rent.
$5 rental for towels.
If they take them, it's your towel.
You can charge them $2 a month for towel service. And
Yeah, but then you start I had thought about that, but the moment that you do that, well, I'm paying for this. This is my, then all of a sudden, every day they come, yep, lost the towel.
I think family bringing like 8 kids. Does that cover all 8 towels?
Well, that's an idea for you to carry, for you to think about.
I think there's a lot of good ideas, here, bounce it around.
well, most of those things.
Nobody's gonna take their towel, they have to pay $5.
No, they won't.
I mean, if you give them, I mean, you just charge them $50,
Yeah.
for $1, you get $4.50 back, or.
Well, it's kind of like Aldi. You want a shopping cart, you gotta put a quarter in it.
Yeah.
You do. You want a shopping cart, you put a quarter in it. You wanna leave it out in the car parking lot? Well, you just forfeit it.
You just see if there's like the candy machines,
Yeah.
see if there's one out for towels.
Just get you one of those old newspaper things and put towels and money in there.
Into the money box.
Nice. Okay, anybody else have anything? Our meetings are going faster and faster.
We're getting better at deciding what we need to talk about, what we don't want.
Is that what it is?
Start them later.
Oh, yeah. I think, next week, we're going to spend, our meeting and we're gonna go over the wiki. By that point in time, Eric and I should have a lot of the stuff reorganized with the new, layout of where everything should go. And then that way, everybody's on the same page on where to put stuff. You wish.
Adam, is Adam on for me?
Adam's there, yeah.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Adam.
Morning.
Yeah.
What? What was?
Wes said put the comic books away. I'm gonna say stop getting your feet massaged by whatever one of your kids is doing it for free.
All right, we're done.
Bye.